As an attorney, I wanted to help explain some things about Roe v. Wade. I'm not a constitutional law attorney, but we all get taught this stuff in law school, and knowledge is power. In our legal system, cases are built upon other cases or statutes or the Constitution, precedents, sort of like a game of Jenga. The case Roe v. Wade is based on is a case called Griswold v. Connecticut. This is a case about birth control for married individuals. Now, for something to be a fundamental constitutional right, that right has to be found in the Constitution. There is no explicit right for married individuals to use contraception in the Constitution because it wasn't really on the radar of the Founding Fathers. So anyways, in Griswold, the Supreme Court found that there is a right to privacy in the Constitution. This is the case that penumbras and emanations come from, if you've heard of that. So Justice Douglas said that the Constitution created emanations of protection, which created penumbras that cover rights not explicitly written in the Constitution. So this is a right that's not written in the Constitution, but it's implied because many other constitutional rights kind of boil down to really being about a person's right to privacy. Griswold mentions the right of association in the First Amendment, the Third Amendment that prohibits the quartering of soldiers in a house in the time of peace without consent of owner. The Fourth Amendment gives us the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fifth Amendment and the right to not incriminate oneself. So one of the zones of privacy is privacy in the marital bedroom. So the thought of allowing police into someone's bedroom to hunt for birth control is, as the court said, repulsive to the very notions of privacy surrounding the marital relationship. So the court said we deal with a right of privacy older than the Bill of Rights, older than our political parties, older than our school system. Marriage is a coming together for better or for worse, hopefully enduring and intimate to the degree of being sacred. Roe, among with many other vitally important cases, is built on this right to privacy, these penumbras and emanations that were identified in Griswold. If Roe is overturned and the opinion mentions this right to privacy in any way, it's like pulling out that important Jenga piece too quickly. It puts all of the other cases built on this right to privacy at risk. Other cases are Obergefell, same-sex marriage, Loving, interracial marriage, Eisenstadt, the right to contraception by unmarried people, Lawrence, the right to consensual sexual relations with a member of your same sex, Skinner, protection against forced sterilization, Stanley, the right to possession of porn, Meyer, the right to teach your kids a language other than English, and many others. It's important to understand that these other cases are not based on Roe. Roe and these other cases are all built on the same foundation. So in overturning Roe, it can very easily erode the foundation that all of these other rights are built on. What this all means for individuals who might need an abortion in the Pacific Northwest, like in Oregon where I practice, is hopefully not much. Oregon has laws on the books already protecting the right to abortion. It would very likely be dealt with in a similar way to legalized marijuana, illegal at the federal level, but legal at the state level. The biggest danger is in those deserts between states where abortion will be legal, in the hospitals where the doctors might be scared to act to save someone's life because they could commit a crime by trying to save that person's life. More danger to folks in the LGBTQ community who are at risk of having even more rights taken away because of the eroded foundation of protection. So what you can do right now is spread the word. The more people that understand what this means, the better. Don't let anyone fool you into thinking that this might be just about abortion. Donate to your local abortion funds. Make sure that you speak up, talk about this. That is important here.